important step into the now to become aware of whatever surrounds you, the space that surrounds you, wherever you may be, and whatever takes place in that space. And you may notice when you become aware of those sense perceptions, because it's through sense perceptions that you become aware of whatever happens around you, that involves visual, auditory, and to some extent the other senses too, the main ones being visual and the seeing and hearing. So as we enter the now, we become more aware of our surroundings. It's the first step into the now. And now, when you do that, and let's do that now, just not thinking I'm going to practice now, not just become more aware of your surroundings. It's no practice, and it's not a doing, it's just an awareness arises of this room, the people in this room, the man sitting on the chair, talking, the lights, beautiful arrangement there. And that is the space of now. So what the word to use is you acknowledge what is. And close to acknowledging, you go a little bit deeper, you appreciate what is. What before you probably overlooked completely. And that's already a wonderful thing, and there are some people who are not yet ready to go any deeper than that, and that's fine. It's enough to just go 2 steps into the now. Well, let's call it 3. People like the idea of steps. Let's call it step 1, you become more aware of your surroundings. Step 2, you acknowledge. And with the acknowledgement comes a sense of the goodness of the ways in which life manifests continuously around you. There is an aliveness in everything. Even in the middle of a city, you might say, oh, I prefer the forest or the beach or the mountains. But even in the middle of the city, whatever happens, all the movements in the middle of a city are manifestations of life. Life manifesting as human beings running around, as cars, as houses, buildings, and noise, and so on. And there's also something there that is fine. It's an acknowledgement of life. And then comes an appreciation. Oh, you might see something that you before had not appreciated. The sky, for example. How many times are you aware of the sky? And say, oh. And it's beautiful. And even a cloudy sky, there's always this light filtering through the clouds. Now, you might notice when you become aware of what I call the surface of now, which are the sensory perceptions that reveal the world to you, already a shift in consciousness happens, because now you're not thinking as much. You cannot be very much aware of sense perception and really be looking at the sky or at a tree or a flower or a street scene and be thinking a lot. You have to be really there as the presence.